Hi, I'm Rajin Gill with BC Farm and Ranch Realty with Farm Friday. As you guys know, we do Farm Fridays on the last Friday of each month. Last month we were at Maple Leaf Nurseries. This month we'll be staying in the office and chatting more about COVID and farming. So obviously the pandemic has changed the entire world, including farming. But first off, we want to say thank you to all the frontline workers, doctors, nurses who are out there working tirelessly to fight the virus. So I'll be diving into real estate and COVID, and then moving on to farming. Real estate is surprisingly still moving. I think part of that has to do with little inventory. The inventory coming on is limited and buyers are still looking. People have already sold their homes. They're looking for good investments. They don't have too much of a choice right now because there's no new listings coming up. The sales are down dramatically, but the number of listings are down dramatically as well. So our listings to sales ratio actually hasn't changed drastically. So that's a positive. It'll be interesting to see once this pandemic is over, what sort of inventory is coming on. Will we be flooded with inventory, or will we just go back to normal? So that will kind of dictate what happens with the market, in my opinion. Although there's more motivated buyers and sellers in the market right now, people who are serious, as you could imagine. If you're not serious, why would you put your place on the market right now and have people through your home? It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, and now onto the farming segment. So as you guys know, many of our farmers rely on foreign workers. So once the travel ban was put in by the Trudeau government, that was a big gray area. Temporary foreign workers, will they be allowed, will they not? And over time, we've come to know that they will in fact be allowed. And thanks to many ministers and MPs reaching out to the government and making the plea, they quickly realized that they needed to make a change and that farmers do need the help. So it's been changed since. And so just so you guys know, there's about 10,000 seasonal workers that are employed in BC through the SWAP program. So it's quite a bit. It's pretty substantial. So there's some strict requirements put on. So prior to coming, they would like them to come here, quarantine for 14 days. So the government has put $50 million towards this program. So once the workers land in BC, they'll be staying at a hotel, which the government will fund, and their food costs will be paid for as well. Although, as you guys know, farmers usually end up getting the short end of the stick. So the farmers still do have to pay the workers, I believe it's 30 hours a week for those 2 weeks, despite them not actually working and they're quarantining. So it would have been nice to see a program in regards to that. Although I have heard some rumblings that there might be assistance program coming for that. I think it would be very helpful, considering they're not actually getting any help from those workers at that time, right? And due to the virus, it's not like it's a personal choice and they're not giving employment. So that's one thing. The other is definitely that's on a lot of local farmers' mind is what are berry rates going to look like, and it'll be interesting. All the crops, it'll be interesting how they move. If they're able to offload all the crop, or are they going to be stuck with it? There's going to be many challenges, especially with businesses that rely on agritourism, right? There's a lot of agricultural businesses that do rely on it. They rely on people coming in, their families, and they make revenue that way, right? So it'll be interesting to see if they can adapt, figure out a way to still potentially operate while keeping social distance or online or what have you. I mean, I've already seen many farmers thinking of innovative ways to actually get their products out there, deliveries or what have you, online orders, that kind of stuff. So we'll see. We'll see if it's still a successful farming year, or if it's going to be a tough year for farmers. I suspect it will be tough, but I think there will be an opportunity to adapt and still get your product moved. So, to our followers, I just have one request: shop local. More than ever, all the vegetables, fruits that we buy from the big chain stores, they might come from overseas, Mexico, other countries, but a lot of those products are actually available in our own backyard. Our own farmers are growing it. So shop local, help them out, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you.